See, that's the thing about these stories. Like, it just feels kind of fucked because they always use them and shit. But it's like, Reapers, what's is good? It's your boy Laser. He's the Visor back with another reaction video. He's loving the reaction content, so I continue to deliver that for you guys. If you're reacting to 5 real human freaks, guys. There's so many freaky people out there, but that's straight. And if you guys enjoy this reaction content, with scary content, whatever, it's always hit the like button, you subscribe, turn on notification bell icon, bro. I stream every night on Twitch. The streams are fucking amazing. Let's dive straight in this video.
Step right up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as we show 5 real freaks of the world. Now, although calling them freaks sounds mean, the word freak means someone or something with an abnormality, and it's only in today's world it's somehow been changed into a sort of...
You guys know I have, you want to know a freak of nature on my body? I was born with 5 testicles. So I nut, it goes like this. Nut! It goes everywhere because that's how much cum supply I have.
Insult. But this video is
what's that baby's I made?
Let's first start with Prince Randian, the human caterpillar. He was born in 1871 and brought to the US in 1889. He was best known for his fame whilst performing for P.T. Barnum, an American...
I feel bad. Like, how could you live like that, man? That's... Man, life really gives the middle finger to some people. Fuck.
Showman and businessman who founded the Barnum and Bailey Circus. Despite being born without arms or legs, Randian was incredibly self-sufficient and could perform tasks that would seem impossible for a man with no limbs.
Bro, I'm sorry. If I was born like this, I would want someone just to put a gun in my head. Like, I feel so bad.
At P.T. Barnum's circus, he would demonstrate his ability to shave, paint, write, and even roll cigarettes. But not just roll a cigarette, he was also able to pull a match from his box, strike it, and then smoke the cigarette he had rolled. The crowd would go nuts, and in 1932, Randian had a role in the movie Freaks. Let's take a look at...
That's fucked. I feel like they were pretty much just... I mean, I don't know. I feel like this guy probably enjoyed what he did, but still, it kind of feels kind of like, oh, this guy was born with, like, something that we could use him for, you know what I mean? It's kind of like how they... You know what I mean?
The scene.
They got actual footage of it?
I guess she knows she's got a good act. One of the best in the business.
This is so weird.
It's only our act that gets them. We've got personality. We know how
I mean, he looks like he enjoys what he does, so...
Never heard such applause in your life.
I think.
Let me tell you something that everybody around here don't know. We're only
oh, he's laying that shit. Bro, what am I watching?
And we can do it, too. Well, catch a act tomorrow night. We got something new. You can do anything with your eyebrow?
You can see why he was a big hit, and despite that unintelligible line, he was actually able to speak several languages.
How long did he live? That's what I want to know. Like, are they gonna tell me how long he lived? I mean, I could just Google it, but like...
Languages, including English, French, German, and Hindi. Randian's typical costume consisted of a striped wool garment, and his main mode of transportation was withering around on the floor in a worm-like fashion. He went on to appear in a variety of carnivals and sideshows, including Coney Island for a 45-year stint. Despite his status as a freak, he was a bright and charming man with a great sense of humour. He was happily married and had 5 children, but sadly in 1943 he died at age 63 after suffering a heart attack.
63? That's for how he was born. That's really impressive. Like, I thought he would die younger than that.
Following a comeback performance.
But that's still kind of, I don't know, that's a little below average. The average death age is like 70-ish. But he still lived a pretty
Simon
long life.
Metz the Pinhead. Pinheads were staples of circus sideshows and curious freak shows for many years, often billed as forgotten tribes of Aztecs, missing links, and even aliens.
Potato Head!
And throughout the 1920s and 1930s, Simon Metz was known as one of the greatest...
See, I don't like making fun of people. I never really, like, make fun of people like this, because I just, like, you can't control how you're born, and it's like... Me or anyone else could have easily been born like this. But I mean, like, it's just sad, you know, like, I don't know, like, I mean, they seem happy, but, like, I don't fucking know.
His pinheads
it's
around.
fucked.
He suffered from a condition called microcephalus, meaning his cranium was incredibly undeveloped and sat like a baby's head on the shoulders of a grown man. Due to the size of his tiny head, his brain was also extremely underdeveloped, and although his body was aging, his mind was that of a 3-year-old for the rest of his life. But nonetheless, Simon could count to 10, enjoyed singing, and loved to dance and perform.
No, that ain't right, man. That's fucked. I mean, he seemed happy and all that, but it's like, damn. The fuck?
To others. In 1932, when Simon was 40 years old, he was featured in the movie Freaks, the same movie as Randian was in. Let's take a look at his performance.
They got footage of him?
Oh, let's see, what a pretty dress. Oh, how beautiful you look tonight. You're just a man's woman. You know what I mean? Huh? You.
At least he seems happy, though.
When I get to Paris, I'm going to buy you a big hat with a long, beautiful feather on it.
I wish you were man. I would just say my time stand.
Why, Slitsy, what's the matter? Oh, I'm sorry, Slitsy.
His fame certainly didn't stop there. He continued to tour with the Barnum and Bailey Circus and a variety of other circuses
seemed
for
happy.
several years, and he was even the inspiration behind the comic strip Zippy the Pinhead that was featured in the Sunday Funnies.
He seemed happy as
Sadly,
shit.
though, in 1971, Simon died at age 70.
70? Damn. He
The
lived a
real
long life.
Two-Face, Edward Mordache. Now, this is probably the most disturbing story.
This is like equivalent to that one SpongeBob episode, bruh. The green side of him, the evil side behind his face, and then you got like, damn, what the fuck?
It's that of a man named Edward Mordache. He was a 19th century man who suffered from diprosopus, or cranial duplication. Unfortunately, there are no real pictures of him. This photo may be of him, but it's unsure whether it's a wax figure or not. But anyway, Edward's condition meant that he had a face on the back of his head. But most disturbingly is that it wasn't just a dormant face. It was believed the face on the back of his head could laugh and cry. And
What?
Edward reportedly begged doctors to have his demon face removed.
This is literally equivalent to the SpongeBob episode, bro. Like, that's creepy as fuck. I could not live with just a face behind me. What the fuck?
He said the face spoke to him at night. The risk of Edward dying during surgery was too great though, so no doctor...
But how is this like... Is this one of those situations... Was it like two people in one? Like, how did this work? Because you know how there's like... I don't even know.
Doctor would attempt it. Unfortunately, Edward lived in complete seclusion, refusing the visits of even his own family. He was a young, caring man, but due to his condition was very depressed.
That's
And
fucked.
although being watched by loved ones, he managed to get his hands on some poison, and at age 23 committed suicide.
Bro, that's so fucking sad, man. That's fucked. That's actually really fucked. Like, this one makes... Like, if you look at this one compared to all the other ones, see, at least the other ones, they seemed happy, you know? Like that last one, the dude that had, like, the mind of a 3-year-old, he seemed happy. I mean, obviously, he probably wasn't... I don't know. He seemed happy, though. But, like, this one's just sad because this guy was born with something that, like, just straight up fucked him. It was, like, a straight up middle finger, bro.
It's believed that the fact the face would talk to him is what drove him to do so. Edward left a letter requesting that the demon...
I don't blame him, though, because, like, if I had a face behind my head that would just constantly... I would probably go crazy, dude. Fuck.
face be destroyed before his burial. Lest it continues its dreadful whispering in my grave is what he wrote. And at his own request, he also was buried in a waste place without a stone or legend to mark his grave.
That's
Charles
fucked.
Sherwood Stratton. Charles Stratton is perhaps one of the most famous of all sideshow performers, most famously known as General Tom Thumb. He was born in Bridgeport, Connecticut in 1838, and at nearly 5 years old, the great showman P.T. Barnum was on the hunt for Tom Thumb, who pretty much since childbirth had stopped growing and stood only 25 inches tall and weighed 15 pounds. The showman made a deal with the boy's father to pay $3 a week to exhibit young Charles in New York. After his father accepted, P.T. Barnum returned back to New York City to begin promoting his new discovery. Charles travelled with the Barnum Circus for the remainder of his life and became a worldwide celebrity. Tom Thumb married Lavina Warren, who was only 81 centimeters tall and weighed 13 kilograms. But how much of their relationship was real and how much was arranged by Barnum is up for debate. The couple were, however, married for 20 years, and in 1883, 6 months after a devastating fire at the New Hall house in Milwaukee, which Tom and his wife were close to being killed, Tom Stratton suddenly died of a stroke. He was 45 years old, 102 centimeters tall, and weighed 32 kilograms. Over 20,000 people attended the funeral, including P.T. Barnum, who purchased a life-size statue.
Damn, the whole bloodline, bro. Like, literally every person in the city. Damn.
Of Tom Thumb, and placed it as a gravestone at Mountain Grove Cemetery in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Eventually, Lavina Warren also died, and she was laid next to him with a simple gravestone that read, his wife.
Number 1.
The Tockey brothers. Born in 1877, Giacomo and Giovanni
See, I've been seeing like so many like type of cases, like I don't know what it's called, but like people being born. See, this isn't like the face one. The face one, I don't think it was like two people, one body. I think that he just straight up had a face by him. I don't know, it's creepy as shit. But you know, there's stories of like what is it called? Conjoined twins? I don't fucking know. It's basically when like you're born with like those people. See, those people that are born in one body and they seem pretty happy. I still feel bad, but like it's fucked.
The Guinness World Record for being the oldest conjoined twins, living to be 63 years old.
63 is really nice.
These unusual Italian twins were joined at the 6th rib. They had one pair of legs and each one could control one leg, but they had separate stomachs, lungs, hearts, respiratory and circulatory systems, meaning bizarrely one could get sick without the other feeling ill. Those who met them often remarked on how surprisingly different the two were. Giovanni liked beer, while Giacomo preferred water.
That's interesting, yeah. So I've seen like stories of this, like how like if one dies, the other dies, but like
Giovanni could draw, while Giacomo was the more talkative of the two. While their parents were, by all accounts, shocked and horrified at the appearance of their sons, they soon realized that their sons' deformities could make a perfect freak show, and started charging people.
See, that's the thing about these stories. Like, it just feels kind of fucked because they always use them and shit. But it's like, I don't know. Hopefully, as long as they were happy, man. Like, that's all that matters. Like, if they were happy, that's all that matters.
To see them. They first went on tour in Europe and were billed the Two-Headed Boys and the Wonderful Blended Twins. They made it big though when they went to the US, so much so that in 1891 they were making around $1,000 a week, and that was over 100 years ago, so about $25,000 in today's money. Despite their condition, both boys were intelligent, spoke several languages and had an interest in music, but surprisingly they actually got along well. When disagreements did happen though, they were often known to end in a fistfight. Sadly, the twins died in 1940 and are probably the most healthiest examples of conjoined twins in history.
Damn, it's crazy. Well, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Guys, which one was the most interesting to you? Like, on some real shit, I think anyone that makes fun of these fuckers, like, that's not right. Because that could have easily been me or anyone else, bro. But as long as they were happy, you know, I feel bad for that one that had the face behind him. But if you guys enjoy reaction content, what reaction videos like featuring to do, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.